Oh, there we go. Okay, yes. They can see that, Bonnie. Don't do
I'm sorry.
that.
You didn't warn me.
Well, we're live now, so there you go.
I
And I'm gonna
crashed
have
the
to edit some
internet again.
things. Hello and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Doris, and boy, this has not only been an off day, it has been an off night. Unfortunately, Neima can't join us, but she might pop up in the comments, and if you see her, tell her hello. This is just an easy hangout show, and joining me with the hangout is, of course, the lovely Texas witch, Bonnie. So,
Hello.
how are you today or tonight, Bonnie?
Um, I'm here. I'm here. No, I'm good. I'm good. Um, it's been this moon energy has been like crazy. Lots of clearing up things that don't need to be here. Ends are tied. Ends from like a year ago are kind of like coming into full focus. It's very interesting the whole process and
Yeah,
yeah.
so, oh, and Alicia says hello.
Alicia.
So, yeah, it's been weird. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know. It's just been weird. I'm glad it's pretty much over. And yeah, there was a very interesting event when Wednesday or yeah, early Wednesday morning,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and that was what do they call it? The super flower blood moon lunar eclipse or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it was like heavy duty. That's kind of why all it's just weird. Um, it's had a weird energy all about it. And that's I'm sorry, my hair is like I'm not used to having you know I'm used I'm used to having it so short. I just went now it's in my way.
You're such a girl. Um, yeah, but that event,
Yes, thanks.
that event, it was weird because some people were saying, "Oh yes, if you're gonna do spells, this is it. You're gonna be supercharged and powerful." And then another side was saying, "Don't do that. Don't do
I'm
that."
on I kind of on this one. I'm kind of more intuitively like the dog is shaking the whole house. Sorry. I felt like I was supposed to let it take care of itself. Not, I mean, and I feel like it's just whatever the individual feels. But for me, I had to let it do its own thing. Mm-hmm. And don't get on
Oops.
because vaping. I have not had a cigarette.
Yeah. Okay. So out of the fire, and well, I can't say you're into the frying pan, but I won't get on your case too much.
It's I'm proud of me. But like I mean, because I've heard that I kind of thought it was bogus learning using these, but the lady at the vape shop says no. What you do is you hold it in your hand like you would a cigarette for the whole duration of like a 10 minutes because it's about what it takes to smoke a cigarette.
Mm,
So it's working, and that's all I need. I need to train my brain to do something different.
okay.
And this is not something I do constantly, so that kind of makes it a little bit easier to step down for me.
Well, don't worry. I'm fighting my addiction to lemonade, so
Oh, you're so lame. You know this, right? It's cute.
I'm not lame, and lemonade is delicious, and anyone who doesn't like it, I will not trust. So, just that simple.
I feel
Like,
like
even if you're
with
allergic
boys
to
people.
lemons, I don't care. You have lemonade.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Um, but going back to this super blood full moon eclipse, that thing with the weird name, did did you speak to anyone who may have, done any magic spells or some meditation or just something bizarre?
Yeah, of course I do. But yeah,
Right.
it's supercharged energy. So it's going to anything that's I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure my dog has like mastered the art of eating in a bowl without like thinking I'm catching him. So anyway, no, it's thank you. Um, it's supercharged. So anything that's kind of come of it, I really feel like it's almost things are gonna be coming quicker than what a lot of people think. Some people might not be ready, but too bad. The change is it's like something. It's a better energy. I feel like coming up, but that also means that that middle time is going to like for the next few months. I feel like it's probably going to be a little bit harsh, especially for those that aren't wanting to move.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's always brilliant. And I'm going to bring this up, but you may have had a close encounter.
Not well. I'm going to push this one on my son because he's the one with the mark.
So, and I told you though, it's a good chance that you were taken together. And, let's talk about the alien stuff for a minute. Like, what is it that they freaking want? Why can't they just show up yet? Just say, hello, we're here.
Well, okay, do you, you're just trying to get me. Um, because I don't want to see them. All right, because they scare me, which is odd. But yeah, like they make me a little intimidated.
Well, I don't think
It
it's
is weird.
odd.
My son didn't even know he had like the little. It was like a little. You ought to post the picture.
A
It's like a
scoop
little.
mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean a perfect circle, and it looked like a hole punch, but it was already healed. And I said, "What happened?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Ah." Um. So yeah, it was weird because I could not explain it, and I was like, okay, I have to send this picture to Melvin because this is a little bit weird. I mean, it was the thing is that it was healed.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Or
that
I'm seeing it.
happens. Usually, from what people say who get those marks, they heal up immediately because they put on some type of paste or something. This is, again, coming from someone who claims they experienced stuff. This isn't from personal experience, but they say that they put on some type of paste or whatever and it just heals it, and you're not supposed to notice it. Um, you're not supposed to. It's like, okay, hurry up, heal, close up, move on. And that's why it's in places where you can't really see or you
Right.
forget
Well,
to
I wouldn't have
check.
known. Toby lays on. You know how Toby does me, and he come and laid and like jumped on me and laid on top of me, and so I went to, I was like parent. I'm a mama. I always tease like a monkey just picking, and I'm lifting. I was like, "What the hell is this on your back?" I mean, because it was like over, like on the side, kind of. It was just not a place that you would have probably looked. So yeah, I mean, I've always told you though. Every time I go to the airport, I will set the machines off every time.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Queen Amidala. And I love that she's just like, you guys are talking about it so casually.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird, huh? Well, no, I get ask Mel. I get really terrified thinking
Yeah,
about it.
Bonnie still gets a little freak, but it's nothing compared
With those
to
particular
a
things,
minute
yeah.
ago. A year or two ago, like it would have been terrible. She would not be talking about this. She would have said, "Shut your pie hole, Melvin. Get
I
out."
would have been
So,
having a panic attack straight up. No kidding.
yeah, but now it's much, much, much better. But I think it also helps that you might be getting visited by a few different things, and some might look more human or fantical than, say, the traditional gray.
Hmm.
So I think that helps you a little bit, but that also makes it fairly unique because I've said this many times on Unexplained, but in the North America region and South America region, usually we just get grays. So if it's something else popping up, makes you a little special. It's a bit different.
Yeah, that's. Thank you. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, so, apparently you literally not only have things going bump in the night, but they're knocking on the door and taking you up in the sky.
You make it sound a lot more interesting.
Well,
Um,
well, that's my job. I have to. I'm the host here.
yeah, right. Luckily, I will say I don't. Not with that. I don't remember it or recall anything. So, probably for good purpose. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to go and get her fitted for a straight jacket now.
Oh, okay. So Amidala wants to meet the Orions. I heard different stories about Orions, but I'll tell you this, because I made a promise to myself that I would never tell his full story because just out of respect. But I'll tell you some of a friend of mine's story dealing with Orions. And I'm not sure if I told it on here or not, but he used to be visited by Orion Greys, and they said that they were from the middle star of Orion's belt. And he wanted to see them. He wanted to see them badly. And because, once you build up a rapport, and it's like, okay, why not? And he was driving home one night with his family, and they somehow using telepathy or whatever sent a message to him like, hey, you want to see us? We can show up. Now's the time, buddy. Of course, it's
Yes.
nighttime, like midnight,
Yes.
and it's a single road and everything. And they told him, they gave him directions on where to go, and it was a high school, of all things. And they said go to the football field. So mind you, he's not really thinking too brightly here because he has his family in the car on a single road
Oh, that's
at
fucked
night, and he's like, okay. So he pulls over.
up.
They're sleeping, and he's like, all right, let's go and let's see this. I want to see this. I'm gonna man up. Well, he makes it. He's on the football field. He doesn't see anything. He's like, I'm just crazy. It's all in my head. And he blinked, and he said that instantly there they were, tall Orions. And
Mm.
he freaked the heck out, like, "Gah!" And he took off running. And and when he was running, he was going. He said he was in a full sprint, and he said that he remembers something, and then he blacked out. He remembers a hand grabbing his shoulder, and then he blacked out. And when he came to, he was in the car.
No, he remembers it grabbed. See, no, that's
But
no, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to you know what I mean? Wow,
uh,
no, that'd be terrifying. I
I
don't know
can't
why
tell
he keeps
you
explaining.
the I can't tell you the high school Amidala, but I can say that they look like traditional gray. Well, again, it's two types of grays. Of course, you have the small ones and you have the tall ones. The Orions are considered to be the tall ones, and according to him, they were tall, of course, like really tall, over 6 feet to 7 feet, somewhere in between there. Very skinny, which is interesting. Very, very skinny. Uh, Big black eyes, of course, and the skin not necessarily gray, but more kind of like a pale bluish. Now this is where it would be nice to be a chick because all you girls know those weird colors. Like it's indigo, it's blue. No, it's indigo. Like it's blue. Um, so I don't know colors, but it was like a pale blue
See,
more
I'm
so
more
than
worried
gray.
about like the texture of it. Like I would
Dolphin.
say,
It's
dolphin.
like touching a dolphin,
That's what I felt like it would be
and
like a dolphin.
it was one in
Yeah.
particular though. One gray in particular. I can't remember her name. I'm sure it wasn't her real name that she gave him. I'm sorry, Wilmy. He just popped up and said you're describing my ex-wife.
Who?
Wilmy Hood. He is a he hosts a gaming podcast and does
Oh,
gameplay on his channel. So really cool
so
dude.
you just explained. Mm, that's
uh,
sad.
um, but
I feel that love.
hello, kitten. But yeah, it was one gray in particular that she was kind of like the emissary, the speaker, and she. I remember him specifically saying that she was freaking beautiful in a weird, strange way. She was beautiful. She was very tall. She was older, but it was just something about her aura, her eyes, and just how she moved, how she spoke. It was very
Mm.
calming, and he just said she was just gorgeous in a strange way. Um, so I never forget that. I mean,
I,
oh yeah, I do
Beauty
recall
is in
her
the
name for
eye
sure.
of the beholder, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Well, again, it's something that you would have to see and experience to understand. I think what it is, it's the
It's that
calmness
dolphin
and the just
skin.
at peace, and it's like, wow, you have no harshness to you. It's no fear,
Yeah.
and it's just something beautiful about it. Like just very in tune.
No, this yeah, it's more the energy than anything.
Giovanna, that's her name, or that, at least that's what she told him to call her.
Giovanna,
Chances are that was just for
give him a nickname.
familiarity's sake.
I'm sorry, he is getting on my nerves with this bold ghost. Ghost is being extra tonight.
Okay, so that's not some man that Bonnie has chained up and she whips every now and then. That's her dog.
Maybe it is.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Um.
No, it doesn't. But it's the dog. He's being very, very. I know he's being extra. He's been like clingy to me lately, like to a crazy degree, clingy, like at my heel all the time.
Um. That is. I'm just gonna blame it on that super flower moon or whatever. Like that's just such a ridiculous name. That's what bugs me. It's just such a stupid name.
It, yeah, it's kind of
It's a stupid name. Oh, look, it's the super flower blood moon lunar eclipse.
a lot of words. Yeah, it's
Man, can't you just
too
call it
much.
crazy looking moon? Big moon, you know? God.
You're such a Taurus. I swear to God.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You don't need
That's too many
just get
words.
to it.
Well, maybe a Virgo made up the long extended version. Oh, God, I love the Virgos. But no,
Um,
it's
okay, so I'm gonna bring up something that is going to annoy you slightly, but I have to bring it up because I want your reaction.
you
Uh,
want
to
my
to a
drama.
to a degree, we don't have to say names. We don't have to get into super specifics,
Oh, okay, well,
but
I'm not.
but
You're
I
asking
want
a
to
lot, but
ask
okay.
you. Like, okay, so actually, let me go to chat first. So, anyone in chat, does anyone who's listening right now, well, live, I guess, with us, because this will be on other things later, do any of you are in the occult? Do you guys work with deities or anything of that nature? And if so, what type of offerings do you give or are asked to give? Bonnie knows where this is going. Yeah, she definitely knows. Um,
Poke, poke, poke.
yep. That's I have to. That's my job. But but yeah, I'm curious about that. If anyone does that, because I think the offering, of course, depends on who or what you're working with, and you do want to be respectful. And
Okay.
sometimes sometimes I think it's okay if you don't necessarily have the right offering, but if your intent is clear, I think it will be accepted. And because it's showing a respect and you're trying. I think when you don't try and you're a prick, that's when you get bent over and not in the fun way. Um,
You're
so
not gonna take a brain surgeon like pennies. Just saying. But okay.
Bonnie, like when you offer, first of all, why do you give offerings?
Sometimes it's in honor or respect. to the deities on the land. Um, and it has to, that, I would say it would be done through, clairvoyance, just kind of like taking, stepping, touching the land, really taking it in and feeling the past that is on the land. Um, because, everybody's like, oh, take the 36, your cornmeal, your tobacco, and your, some kind of, alcohol, whatever. But I've had places and I've had people sit there and watch it with me. You can't light fire on certain places. Certain places, it's like, that ain't gonna cut it. And sometimes you can just end up with more problems. Like, don't give them your own catchy cigarette. Just all I'm saying.
Oh,
Don't
can
your
you
cigarette
give?
butt. I don't want your cigarette
This is an
butt.
interesting question, but can you give Buddha $1?
I don't see why not.
Actually, I know that they do
I
offering.
always do
Well,
the
yeah,
coin little. There's like a little
the
froggy.
coins, but that's not actually Buddha who you usually give the coins to. I mean, they call him Fat Buddha, but I can't think of
My feet.
his name. Oh, hi Angie. I didn't think you were going to join us. Oh wow.
You're going to
Um,
actually tell her.
but yeah, they call him Fat Buddha, but he's not actually Buddha. He was a monk, and I suppose.
Today that would probably be hurt somebody's feeling by calling him fat, but it's chubby, or chonky, or
Oh my
thick.
God. You know what? I don't do this PC stuff. I don't do the SJW stuff. He's Fat Buddha. Final. Anyway,
I'm sorry, I'm
he
trying to poke you, and it worked.
he's he's a monk, or he was a monk, and with Zen, I think it was, and he probably was elevated to Buddha. But anyway, yeah, I know that's who they give the coins to, and he's so happy. They call him the Smiling Buddha too. Is that better? We'll say
Yeah.
the Smiling Buddha, the Happy Buddha. Can't call him the Fat Buddha apparently.
Oh.
Um, anyway, let's get back to the offerings. Um, so, with, what do you think would be an insulting offering to a deity?
Well, um, hmm. Well, if it's like if you go on the land, let's just say that you go to something that has, um, you're not going to want to take something satanic to a Christian, like a old Christian burial ground or something like that. You're going to kind of get something like, fuck, that it's you're not going to get a probably the most welcome vibe, right? You're going to have go. It's going to go into its own kind of protection mode, right? Um, if you're going in for a true offering, it's going to be, well, it's usually something like, okay, say offering or sacrifice. A sacrifice doesn't mean it has to be necessarily blood. Um, I've done offerings of my time with the Morgan. Um, like things that like can that are just are a little much for you to give up or whatever. I mean, I've had to give up and offer relationships. You know what I mean? Well, or have them smacked right out of my head if I don't give them up. So no, like if you don't get the right one, or if they're looking for something in particular, they're really going to pursue it. You'll know. It's one of those things that you're just going to be drawn to, like, oh, this is what I need to do. Um, Now, of course, there are certain. I've seen certain things where it's just like, okay, well, that's gimmicky, but okay, good try, good, and I wouldn't say good intent. I would say good gimmick. Um, but when you do that and you're not sincere or legit, you might have some, especially if you're on land, that it's a no-no. I mean, yeah, you can have some repercussions. And I've been on different lands that have that vibe to it. It's like you just don't want to play around. Just this is not the place. This is not the place that you want to test. You know what I mean? Your ground. I mean, I've actually had to leave some places before because it had that weird vibe. I mean, I've gone to a lot of places that sometimes I looking back, I'm like, well, why would you do that, dummy? But um, curiosity. And I do know the saying, curiosity killed the cat. But I can't help. I do want to know. I want. That's what I'm here to do. I feel like what we're here for is to learn, like grow as much as we're able. But
Okay.
yeah, give
Just for
strongly.
fun, just for
Okay.
fun, what offering would you give me? Because I like to think I'm a god, so or
You
something
want
powerful.
money. You just want money.
Just, no hesitation. Oh, you just give him some money. Done.
Money, fame. If that would be good too, but you don't want to be
Well,
too
I don't
famous
know
because you'd be
about
embarrassed.
fame.
No,
I
yeah,
can't
but you'd
say.
be well. You want the money and all that comes with it, because. But you do, yeah. Money would be the first thing, then food.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
give you
Just
options of money
immediately.
and food.
How
Yeah.
did you? No freaking hesitation. Come on, man. You could have at least thought a
Am I
second.
wrong? Am
No,
I
you're
wrong?
not. You're not wrong at all. Actually, I was eating a little bit of ice cream before we started, and I was I was trying to figure out if I wanted to treat myself or not to something tonight. So,
Give yourself. See, that is great. You're going to give yourself an offering, right?
well, yes, you got to love yourself. So, actually, last week I know we're going into the food talk. Like I said, this is just a hangout, guys. We're relaxing and kicking back. But
Absolutely.
last week, I made a little extra from the tarot readings. So I was like, you know what? Let me treat myself to some Chinese. And oh my god, I ordered from a place I never ordered from before, and the price was right. I got chow mein, fried rice, kung pao chicken, barbecue pork, and orange chicken for about $8.
What? How? That's a lot.
And I ate it all. It was freaking delicious.
But
Oh my
how long did
gosh.
it take you, like the whole day to eat it, or not?
What? No. Why would it take a whole day to eat that?
It's a
Like, hold on. I
lot.
have the picture. Maybe I'll
How
show
are
you
you
guys.
not like 500? I mean, like literally, how are you not heavy, heavy, heavy?
Like, I'll see if I can put the picture up real quick. So,
They need to
how do I do
bottle your
this?
metabolism, man. That's great.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I got going at the moment. but but oh my
Aw.
gosh, yeah, it was freaking delicious. Like, where is this at? All right, I'm trying to do stuff on the fly here, and I am certainly not good at it. I think I switched over. So, okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys aren't seeing the camera now, or seeing us on camera. Should have swapped to the other screen. Speaking of which, oh my gosh, can someone direct me to a decent tutorial for Streamlabs OBS? I have been trying to figure this thing out for the longest, and it's not very nice. It's just not helping me with it. And I just realized something. I don't have the picture on here. It's on my phone. So,
What?
well,
Oh,
yeah. So, I guess you guys won't be seeing that. Um, so, oops.
what were you trying to show them? The food?
Yeah, I took a picture of it because I
You
was.
were. That is such a Taurus thing.
Well, no, it's not that. I was speaking to a friend of mine, and they asked to see it. Oh, good question. So Wilmy said, "Why has nobody caught Bigfoot yet, or at least decent photos? Everyone has a camera phone. How hard could it be?" Um,
Good point.
okay, so last month, no, month before last, we actually had on a
Hmm.
cryptid investigator from Red Dirt Cryptid, and we brought that up, and I have a bit of idea for that. Oh, I'm using StreamYard. Don't worry. Um, so, Bonnie, do you want to?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had like a thing that the Sasquatch that thing just. I'm sorry. A personal moment that somebody said something that makes me laugh. I'm sorry. Go carry on.
Okay, so
No,
I
I don't
guess
have.
she'll give her opinion later. But
Yeah.
I think part of the reason why, and I'm going to sound nuts, but I think it's because they are a type of interdimensional being. And if they're not interdimensional, then they're able to use some type of portal or manipulate the magnetic fields around them to create some type of shield or a type of cloaking that causes them to be blind to or causes us, well, yeah, we when
There's
they're around, it's
there's
like
a
they're
show.
cloaked and we can't see them, and they're able to just get away and do whatever. And I think it causes a weird discrepancy when they take a picture. um, but yeah, I think they're interdimensional and able to use portals of some sort, and I think
Yeah.
they are very intelligent. And I have to go back to the podcast with Brian from Red Dirt, and he said that there are First Nation people who used to work with Bigfoot. Apparently, like they would talk to them, they would work with them, and to me, that shows intelligence beyond what what we initially think of them. I also think that, yeah, they don't want to be seen. They don't want to communicate
Huh.
with us any longer.
I don't
I,
blame them.
and I think that they have they 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 might be loners to a degree, because I don't think I've heard anyone ever really say that there's a group of. I mean, it might be one or two in that area, but they always seem to be solo. And that raises the question, where's the community of Bigfoot at? Or are they like tigers and they just prefer to be loners? Because, tigers are big cats that, well, actually, most big cats are loners except for lions. They're the ones that kick it into pride. So, very weird.
Now my brain's going in, where do they live? Do they live in trees? I feel like
Yeah, it's a very good question. So, but for me, the only thing I can give you, Wilmy, is I think they are interdimensional beings of some sort. I think they have whether it be natural or them manipulating it, some type of ability to
close.
create some type of cloaking, very much like how a fly can disappear, even though it didn't disappear. It's there, and they actually use the camouflage of a fly for Black Hawk helicopters and a few other things because of its ability to bend light and become
Hmm.
invisible to the naked eye. And they might be doing something similar.
That's interesting.
So,
But I do think I think also, and I don't know why, but I feel like ley lines, things like that. Um, oh, you coughed, right?
what?
Did you just cough?
I cleared my throat.
Okay. Okay. That's that's all. That's what I heard. It's like, well, you went, huh? That's it. I heard it, but it was real low. Um, but no, ley lines, things like that. I think when like different Earth type factors, like limestone, like where I'm at, there's a lot of limestone under the ground. There's a lot of there's a lot of fault lines, ley lines, and stuff all around here. So I think those things also have something to do with it, especially and I don't think it's just I don't think it's just for those type of entities alone. I think it could be spirits. I think um, I think there are some places that are doorways, just doorways completely. I mean, just constant. Different things can go through them, travel through them. There was a movie, and I cannot think of the name of it. It's newer on Netflix, and it's called something. It's like this name of this kind of like it's a Hollywood version of DMT. And like, so if I'm sitting here and I take it, and I'm like, for the next 7 minutes, this spot precisely will take me to some other part of time, whether it's forward or backward, you don't know, but you want to be back in this spot 7 minutes later, or you know what I mean, or you're going to end up in a weird time warp. But it's very interesting because it kind of hit on that, and I liked where they went. Now, for someone like me, it made me totally overthink. I'm like, whoa, all right, well then, I'm like, but it was really neat because somebody really thought it through and kind of. So why couldn't there be different doorways for things like that as well? So yeah, it was neat. I wish I could remember the name of that movie too. It was really good. It was really good.
It'll come to you. Okay, so this is an interesting question. Actually, I think this is the first time a viewer has ever asked me this, but why do I call myself the Crimson Taurus? You know, I wish I had a really cool and interesting story behind it. I don't. It's really really simple. I'm a Taurus, and crimson version of red is my favorite color.
Yeah, he's not
So,
singing
and I
nothing like Red Bull or anything big like that. He's
no, and
too simple.
I just thought Crimson Taurus sounded really cool. So there we go.
You're fine.
Unfortunately, I wish I had a story to that. Maybe I'll make something up. Like, let's see. Okay, here we go. I'll just say this. When I was younger and I was exploring the land, I came across a very interesting bull, and this bull was unapproachable, unloving, just nasty, mean, just gnarly and snarling and beastly, just, that type of bull. And whenever someone approached, he would just be ready to charge. And it was something about him that was just so majestic and amazing to me. And I wanted to be somewhat like that bull. And it was the true essence of a Taurus. Stubborn, strong, don't mess
Oh
with
gosh,
me.
stop.
So I'm telling the story on the name here. And it was just amazing. And I loved it. And I was like, yeah, I want to be like that bull. I want to be the true Taurian that I should be. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna adopt the Taurus. And with the Crimson, well, this one takes a turn, unfortunately. Back during my days when I was special forces, we had to. What, Bonnie? Don't stop it. When I was in special forces, we had to stop a weird transport of guns, and they were using an old factory to transport them and sell them, ship them off wherever. So we busted in there and everything, and we couldn't find the guns. It was like, what the heck? What's going on here? And there was this one prick. I'll never forget this son of a monkey's uncle. This freaking prick. His name was Jorge. And, I had to get nasty with Jorge. So I got him. I was like, listen up, Jorge. You're going to tell me where those guns are. You're going to tell me everything right now. Very much like I was Batman or something. And Jorge, he cooperated. He knew. And he said, hey, senor, he's in the Crimson Room here. And I was like, the what? The Crimson Room? It's over there. And I was like, the Crimson Room. All right, Jorge, you better be telling me the truth. So I got him by the neck and went over there, and there it was, in a room totally crimson red in color, and all these guns. And I was like, you know what? I like this. I was strong like a bull, and therefore I will be the Taurus. And I see this room, this crimson room full of all these guns, and I was like, yes, I'm a hero. And I will adopt the name Crimson. And there you go, Crimson Taurus. So.
All of that. That was so much. Special forces.
Yeah, special forces. Elite special forces.
Yeah, no, it's all true. It's a very, very true story. It's not. I can't lie to these people. You're never special forces. You are, however, a stubborn bull.
But no, in all honesty, it's just I'm a Taurus, and crimson is my favorite color of red. So, so
Oh my god! Uh, yeah, we went the longer direction on that one. I love it.
Well, I mean, I said it at the start, but I had to give a story. It's like, man.
I I think that you're a good storyteller. Not quite as creative as some YouTubers out there, but I'll leave that. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. You like to irritate me. Um, mm, so
Yeah.
you showed me you did a reading the other day that turned out well. How are these going? I know that you're trying to. You've been getting a lot, right?
Yeah, it's been going up, and I'm happy that people are returning. One
Yes.
person returned to me from a few months ago, and I didn't think I would hear from them again, but they showed up. I was like, "Yay! I did something right for you to come back."
Well, I
Um,
mean that's the thing about it, though. You just kind of what it is you kind of leave them. I would. A lot of people don't realize how beneficial they can be to kind of. It doesn't choose. It's not like it's going to tell you the fortune. It's so you can make wise decisions, or sometimes it is just to take the the edge off, or like any kind of nervous feelings you have about something. It can kind of like just clear that away. But
yeah,
yeah.
that's funny you say that because they said that I help with their depression and anxiety and all that good stuff. But you know what? Speaking of tarot and readings and all that stuff,
Terror.
so th- terror. Thanks to Angie K, the ever so lovely Angie K, she has created a website called the Witch's Broomstick. And I forgot to put that link in the description. I'll have to remember to do that. And you guys can actually go there not only to book a reading with myself or Angie, and Angie's readings are very unique. She doesn't
Yes.
use tarot cards. She uses, I think it's called Symbian or Simeon. Angie, if you're still
I
up,
can't remember the name. They're neat though. I do like them.
yeah, Angie, if you're
They're
still up, you tell us what they are. And she actually channels, like legit channels that energy when she is giving the readings. And it's a very unique experience. And you guys would definitely like that. So if you're interested
it's
in that,
interesting. It's fun. Yeah.
definitely go to the Witch's Broomstick and, request it. And also, if you're into the occult, or maybe you're not into the occult, but you want to try something, Angie will brew you up some oils and candles and things of that nature for magical, for spells or whatever, things with magical properties in it. Cymbeline, thank you, Angie. And you, let me tell you, she's legit with it. And again, she has a very interesting ability to channel that energy into what she's doing, and it's on a subconscious level.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't know how she does it, but she freaking does it. So again, definitely check out the Witch's Broomstick. So go there, guys. Check it out. Say hi to Angie for me, and order some custom-made candles, oils, and she will work with you on price. So,
Yep. Yeah.
um, Bonnie, what is your style when it comes to giving readings?
It honestly, it depends. I go with the energy first of all. I will sometimes I'll start with. I try to use. I normally will start with tarot cards, but there have been times it's like I'll get a certain point, and then so it's like I'll just grab a pendulum, or spirit will kind of come through and interrupt, and like, no, no, you need to know, and I'll say some sort of phrase, and they're like a lot of times what happens is a person is going to recognize the phrase that's used, very specific to somebody either they've known in their past, or some, like if they're working with a certain entity or something. It's that will happen. It's just kind of my chaotic style. You know what I mean? My own, um, you know, little bit of a. It is sometimes very chaotic, but it's just I get so much information. I mean, I've had some very interesting ones lately. When I knew that this family was going to be adopting a baby, and kind of helped them how to prepare for everything. And it was so interesting now that I get to see the pictures of the baby online, and it's, you know, I get to see their little family grow, and that's kind of, those are fun, you know, especially when I saw it coming. But at the time when I was doing the reading, they were very, very uncertain. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, y'all are gonna get the baby. I'm seeing the little curly hair, and I knew. I was like, no, calm down. Just prepare your home for the baby. Everything's going to be okay. And it did. And it's always nice because I get to see the little pictures now, and the baby's growing and getting bigger and stuff. That's always fun because
That's awesome.
you know it gives them peace, and you get to see that family grow because it's like you know it's going in the right direction.
And
And
I
the way,
just saw the. Hmm?
what did you see?
Oh, I just saw this in chat, and Amidala asked, "How about Red Bull?" And I'm assuming she means like where that name came from or something like that.
Mm.
So, um, Red Bull. Well, let's just say that that name came about from a little bit of bestiality. We'll put it that way. Oh, Bonnie,
Okay.
your look said it all. So we'll just leave it at that. You can use your
Wow.
imagination, or maybe you don't want to use your imagination, but
No, you
that's
just
where that
did it
comes
for us.
from.
Yeah, you just did it for us. Love you. Killing me.
um, so Bonnie, you also channel, and I'm just curious. When you channel, what does it feel like?
Um, different. Different times, different things. Like the other day, I was actually doing a tarot reading, and this one was like the first time in a long time that something came along that I would say I don't know how to put it, but I just didn't trust it. It was hiding under some other another entity that I work with a lot, and I'm like, how are you trying to fool me? You know what I mean? I'm like, you're not like I know this ain't you know you aren't who you say you are. So what do you want and what are you know? It's just like I literally this one I couldn't quite pick up on the intention. It kind of came in and went out quick. And I'll just say I'm not gonna trust that one to and even because it's we're in regarding to a client that I have and it's like this thing's wanting to make a like a deal. Let's make a deal type thing, and I'm like,
Uh-oh.
mm, it's not even worth it. I'm not putting people I care about or you know that I work with in any kind of a predicament that I just don't think is gonna be right,
Yeah. Oh,
no matter what.
hello, Grave. Welcome. Um, yeah, that's a no-go.
Yeah,
Um,
but no, sometimes a lot of times I will feel for me when I have one that's trying to channel or channel through me, I will feel it like the only way I could say is like so here I am, something comes up behind me and just like you know kind of comes in and just goes in, and I can feel it. Um, as a it's a little bit of a pressure. There's kind of like this electric type feel to the air with me that I can feel it as well as um, for whatever reason I've always kind of just like not I wouldn't say tensed up, but like kind of like I feel like now that I look back at it, I've always realized it was me putting kind of like a little protection layer up. You know what I mean? Like putting a wall in between the two so that it can't completely. Like I always put it this way: I do not, since I'm alone. I mean, like I'm not going to trust my teenagers to watch me when I channel because I just like watch. Look at Mama; her eyes are rolling back in her head. You know what I mean? Like 30 minutes later, I'm like in convulsions now. So yeah, I prefer to have a spotter. Like it was something that I always had when in gymnastics when I was a kid that somebody's going to watch you when you're doing your first tumble so that you can get it down right. Um, Now it's something that I would probably not ever let. Um, I would not without a spotter. I would never let anything fully channel through me. I think it's just too risky. And and that could I mean I wouldn't say that I'm There's no, by no means am I normal or average or typical type person. I'm a weirdo. We get it, but I could. I mean, there are people out there that they really get severely affected mentally. If I mean, I think if you spend too much time in that spot, in that space, you know.
Yeah, and I actually warn people of that myself because it is a different type of energy you're taking on,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's something that is, we'll just say higher dimensional,
Mm.
and we can't fully process or understand it, I mean, it can make you go insane. That's not made up. That's not a fairy tale. You
Yeah, no,
you
that
can go nuts over that because your brain can't process, and it's just so much. You know.
it's a lot. Yeah, well, okay. A lot of people will sit there and when during channeling, with a lot of people that I know, a lot of occultists will have what we call it's like downloads. You get a lot of freaking information. So if you stay in that zone way too long, you know what I mean? Like what's going to happen to a computer if you're just keeps on like hours just giving it more, feeding it more, feeding it. It's going to crack. Sooner or later, it's going to just overload, overheat, and you can't take it anymore.
Um,
So it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of time to break. I get it.
um,
I know I like to push things too to the limit, but it's not always the brightest to come out
yeah.
unscathed.
Amidala is asking, what if it tries to possess you?
um, that's I mean, as with what I do, kind of working the let him happen. So I would say if I had a spotter, that's one thing I wouldn't mind because you have somebody there that knows how to pull you out. Now, by myself, absolutely no, no. But if I had somebody that could pull me out, um, because it is still me for the first part, I'm still there, but you want to have that backup person that can watch you and know the things to look for to make sure you are safe after, I guess, the channeling is complete. So,
This is actually reminding me of a couple of things. I still never uploaded this. I still have it saved, but when Raphael was coming through, and I can't say you were exactly channeling, but you were, but you weren't, and you were, but you weren't. Very weird. And you were feeling that energy. Although, at first, and this was the first time I ever saw this, you were uncomfortable as sin. You're like,
yeah.
hold up, this doesn't feel right.
All right. Well, he
And,
was like, yeah, just like he was like a weird feel. Like it was definitely something that I wasn't used to. That type of energy. It did feel a little bit. It was intimidating because I guess I wasn't used to it. I wouldn't say it's fright. I was a little frightened, I guess, because it was
no,
new.
I have the footage. You were, you freaked a little bit.
Okay, yeah, all right, a lot bit, but well, it was just so different, is what I'll say. Now I know it better, and I'm like, okay, well, that's just that, but that's the way it is. I It's not still not my favorite. No offense, but it was an intense energy for sure, and I can't believe you don't feel it.
No, I
You were
don't.
like,
I'm sorry.
no, I mean, like you're a numb ass person. It's just like, how do you not? You Now, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, you were the first one to go. Ooh, you had like a little orb over your head. You saw that, but you can't feel that. Just
Well, I
kind of.
saw it because it was clearly just, you can't miss that. It was right there.
Well, I
Oh,
did evidently at first.
well, you couldn't see yourself, but I saw that, and it just took me by surprise. And you can't miss
That's
that.
rare for you, though. That's what gets me. Like, you're not.
Well, again, it's not something you can miss when it's right in your face, and it's just. But
You're
in
like,
regards
what?
to,
Yeah, your face. That was that was pretty fun. That was a
but
fun day.
in regards to actually feeling energy. I mean, like, and I think Angie and I, we were speaking about this a couple of days back. Um, yeah, I don't feel anything. Or so it's either I am that completely oblivious, or something is not letting me feel whatever because I'm not supposed to.
You're one of those 2 step forward, um, 10 steps back if you did feel something like that. So yeah, maybe
So
like
I don't,
it's just
I don't
not
know.
worth it.
Go
Let's
ahead and
not risk it,
ask.
guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
if one of you guys are around here, why can't I feel anything? Can you send the answer to Bonnie, please?
Why
If
to me?
Because I can't feel anything. I don't hear anything. I don't feel anything. So, like, seriously, if one of you
They said
guys
you
are
would
around,
listen anyway.
uh,
You know that.
no, I would listen. I listen. It's just, sometimes you just need a certain little thing.
Yeah.
Open to no. No, I'm not. So that's probably part of it as well. I am I'm very unique in the situation to where I believe in the stuff. I'm also skeptical about a good portion of things, and I don't need to experience it. And Sean Gilmore, who he's a paranormal investigator, he's been on, and he sometimes gets on my case. It's like, wait a second, how do you host a paranormal podcast? How do you speak to investigators and the occult and all this stuff, and you don't want to go ghost hunting or something like that? And it's like, well, I have no need to. Like, I don't want to
Right.
feel that stuff. I don't need to feel. I know it's real, so what am I gonna get out of it?
True. I yeah. I just that would be fun. Just honestly, I would love to see you on a paranormal, like on a ghost hunt or something. That would be fun. That would be very entertaining. To say
No,
the least.
no, it would not,
I'd
because
pay to
I
see it.
wouldn't do anything. Like, away from here, because I'm a very quiet, keep to myself person, and I don't like being around people. I don't like new areas, and I would pretty much just stand in one spot and try not to be seen. And oh gosh, this is bringing back memories now of a dance, a school dance where I couldn't
That's,
do it. I literally, oh my god, I did the same thing when I went to my first concert too. What the heck?
what concert?
I
What was your first
yeah,
concert?
of all things, it was Bullet for My Valentine in Las Vegas.
What? Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I never knew who they were. A coworker, former coworker, needed a fourth, and they asked me, and I said, "Well, okay, I've never been to a concert before," and it was Bullet for My Valentine, and we were there and
Dang.
everything, and I couldn't. I just stood in one spot the entire time. Everyone else is rocking out, just jumping in a mosh
You
pit,
didn't know
which
any of
is
it.
pretty dumb to me, but I
I
was
love
just in one spot.
concerts.
Hmm?
I love concerts.
No, I've only been to two, and the second
Oh.
one, no, that's no awe. I'm fine with that because they're too loud. Um, the
Okay.
the second one was at Oracle Arena, and I'm happy to end my concert going career on that because it was Muse, and I love Muse. That one
Yes, I like
was
it. Yeah.
freaking awesome, and I was again in just in one spot the entire time.
Wow. No.
So
Mm.
so
I love
yeah, if I,
concerts.
no, they're too loud. Too many people. It's just too loud. I don't like that feeling in my ears afterward. That very way too loud.
So I would say, probably never been on a mosh pit, have you?
I've seen it, and it's no
Yeah,
way
seen
on
it.
this green earth I will go in there. That is crazy. Why would you go in there and start jumping around trying to hurt people?
Oh,
Why would you do that?
hello. I went with some friends to see Obituary, and I got mad. Yeah, that was fun. And that was like that. You know, it's some heavy stuff, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Then Toby almost gets knocked the hell out at no, he did. He went down, but
Oh
he was
no.
pretty little. I'd taken it. It was his first concert, but he was
And
12.
I'm sorry, but
Weezer.
Sweet Pea has my attention. I think she's chasing after a bug, and it's distracting me.
Oh no,
And
I animals are doing some weird stuff tonight. Like, yeah. Well,
yeah, okay, so she's chasing after a bug or something. Oh, and it looks like she gave up the hunt. She didn't get it. So great. There's
sounds
my
like you.
huntress.
She must be a Taurus.
Like she's about as good of a huntress as I am a hunter. So if it's not going to the supermarket, we'll probably starve. So,
What? Yeah. Wow, y'all are a team. I love it.
yeah.
But she's
Um,
such a neat. She's you know, she's one of those. If it fits, you know, if she sits type kitty. I like. You always have. Melvin has a thing where he knows to send me that makes my day, even on a bad day. I have to have a kitty in a box.
yeah.
Because she does. She loves her boxes, and I love pictures of her in a box.
Yeah, but it's
I
hard to get her to look up at the camera when she gets it. It's
know.
so difficult.
She is a different kind kitty. She really is. She's interesting. I like her. So she's
But yeah, she has a few
poor.
boxes that she's just gonna sit in for no reason. They're too small for her, and
Oh, why are they all so small? Yes, she prefers the smaller the better. She
well,
wants her
no,
butt
but
to be over.
I'll say this though. So she has because I ordered from what do they call it, Chewy, and
Uh-huh.
she has so when the food comes, she knows it's for her. Like she just knows. She gets really excited, and that's a bigger box. And what she does, because I give her temptations,
Yes. Okay.
she will when she wants her treats or whatever, she will jump in the box and just sit there and just
Oh
like, I
wow.
want my treats. I want my treats. Give me my treats. And she will not move. And it's like the power of the box. So she
That's
has a
funny.
big box specifically for getting her treats that she'll go in.
That you have her. She's rotten. You really are. She's rotten. I think that's neat though.
Yeah,
She gets in the box.
the rules are this. Whenever she comes in from outside, she gets some treats. And whenever I like if I order Chinese or something, because I don't want her to feel left out, I'll give her some treats. So
You're so sweet.
yeah, so there, I spoil her. I know I do, but whatever.
You
What
do.
can you
And
do about it?
you can spoil kitties all you want.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to get back to this paranormal talk. What are we doing? Talking about concerts and cats and stuff. Darn it, Bonnie.
Well, you said this is a fun night, so I mean, we'll go
Yeah.
back.
Anyway, I
Back,
saw
back.
that you took out some cards. What cards were those?
This is my one of my new decks, and I haven't really used it a whole lot, but this is the Aaron Stokes Necronomicon Tarot.
Ooh, okay. You're going Lovecraft, huh?
So the artwork's really, really phenomenal. It's let me see now. Some of it, it's well, okay. Here we go. Okay, so the empty space, which would be like the sun,
Oh, look at that
but
angry
then there's,
tornado.
yeah, isn't that interesting? Um, the the Queen of Wands. It's really interesting artwork. Like I said, it's some of the trying to find. There were some neat ones that. Okay, here we go. The Hierophant.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I guess I call it pretty. Maybe not everybody feels the same, but death. They're just it's a whole different feel to this whole deck. Hermit, Virgo.
Oh, looks like people watching her, they like them.
Aren't they pretty? I love them. Um, here we go. The Fool. And this is Azrael.
Oh my.
Isn't that interesting? That's a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah. Two of Swords.
Oh, that's romantic. Oh, she's gonna stab him. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
romantic until that.
Yeah.
Kiss me, baby. Okay.
Bam.
Can I have your
Yeah.
blood? What? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's really interesting, this whole... The Three of Swords. Look at that one. It's almost like,
Uh,
murder. Yeah. I like they're killing the husband so the two can be together. It's very interesting, that one. High Priestess. This is interesting, too. Look at her.
oh, she's a cat.
Interesting, right? That's kind of what I was like.
Yeah.
Oh, the World. I liked this one.
Oh, that's reminds me of Ouroboros a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, the Chariot, which is card of Cancer, but it reminds me of something from... This one reminds me of, like, and I can't remember which, it was Nightmare on Elm Street, but...
Yeah, these are freaky. They're for you. They're definitely for you.
Okay.
Amidala is asking if we're doing readings tonight. That's up to Bonnie. So.
Like how many intent? Like I'll do it for a little bit. I don't mind.
Okay, so maybe in a bit.
Yeah. But no, these are fun cards. These are fun cards. I got this. Oh, also I got another. Hang on. And I haven't really got to use these much, but I plan to soon. This is the Seasons of the Witch.
Oh,
and this is Oracle. And those are some fun ones that I've been working with. But of course, you know me, and I'll kind of always transition back to I have my favorite decks, so forth, but who knows, these could easily, like, I really do like these. I think it would be perfect on certain readings, for sure.
There's a new deck. Well, I can't say it's new, but there's a deck that I've been looking at, which I might purchase, but I don't want to purchase because I know it's going to be expensive. The person creating them, she's in Austria, and she's only finished the major arcana, so she's selling those. But I want the complete package, so I'm waiting for the minors to be done. But I know that thing's gonna cost like $70. I just know, I can feel it. But the cards are just so beautiful. It's called the Conjunction Tarot, I think, and it's just so beautiful, and it's something about it that caught my attention. It's the black and the gold that's on there, and it reminded me of actually, Bonnie. Before we get into readings, yeah, I'm going someplace with this. Do you think you can, all jokes aside, try and pick up on something, an answer that I have been wanting for a good while now?
Okay.
So, you remember this happened a while back when I told you that I had a dream or I saw something like writing on a screen. It was golden white or something like that, and I remember a cone of light being around me, and it was like steeped in light, something like that. And I remember it was like whitish gold, and we spoke about it a little bit, but we never really figured out like what that was about. And this is one of the few times where I think it was a dream that was more than a dream. Can you think you could pick up on anything from that?
I do. Hang on. Let me go grab my something real quick. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Oh boy, this is exciting, guys. So, all right. Well, oh yes, and Amidala. So after I left the Special Forces, they were very nice, and they gave me a little painting to commemorate all my service and everything. So, here it is. There we go. So,
All
see,
right.
totally true. I own the Crimson Taurus. 100% true.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Let me. I go to. I'll put this up real quick. This. So remember the. What's it called? The mystic board I had. I had lost for the longest time. I'd lost my pendulum to it. But I remembered it was because this type of board is magnetic, and that's all there is to it. It's magnetic. That I figured, well, if I found a pendulum that is also, magnetic, I guess, it would work. And it actually does do its thing. So hold on. Let's answer that. The thing about this board is it's very interesting. It just works, and I can't understand how or why. I feel like it's almost like it can read deeper into the subconscious, I guess, maybe. Let me pull it up a little more. Okay. All right. So okay, how do you want to phrase it?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What was the gold light, the Kona light that Melvin saw in that dream? Hang on. There we go. What was them? Okay. Love. Yes. Okay, love.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say from who?
From who? It says 12. Are you talking about the number 12, or is it 12? Or it could be Y. Let me see if it's 12. Is it 12? No. Y. Okay, so Y? Yes. So Y what? Y. Let's see if it's spelling something out. O.
Oh, don't. Okay.
U. Okay. U is in Melvin? No. Are we getting personal? Okay. We're getting personal. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Okay. Well, what does that mean, getting personal?
I may as well discuss this later.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well. All right. On to the readings for our viewers here, and then we'll. Yeah. Of course. You see, this is why I feel nothing.
You were just gonna keep on asking questions. I love you.
So on to readings for our viewers here, and I guess Amidala, you'll be up first, and she says that I wanted to ask how my life would be if I moved to Sirvasa.
Are we going for love? It's like, are we going for love or are we going for work? Let's see here. I'm gonna grab 2 decks. Sorry. Trying to decide which deck I'm being led to do. And We got two different ones I'm supposed to use. Okay. I feel like, first of all, it's going to depend on where you're going. If it is for you, a spirit wants you to do it for you, not for somebody. Like, and when I say love, it could be even for like a family member. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't necessarily mean love. It means like, don't let you feel like you're being pushed or cornered into it by somebody else, especially a family member.
Ooh, are you using the Thoth? Is that the Thoth deck?
No.
Oh,
this is.
Thought you had. Okay. Oh, hi, Patty. Hi, Gabby. Welcome.
Okay. Okay, it looks. I got the Two of Swords and Two of Cups coming up.
Oh no, my stomach's growling.
Oh no. These landed up. Okay, I'm gonna go with these. Okay. We have like there's I'm seeing two different conflicting energies here. So if you're doing it because of a loved one or somebody that, if you're doing it for somebody else, be very, very wary. I'm not saying don't do it, but we have like the Two of Swords. So we have Two of Swords is about trying to make a decision, and I keep hearing cutting ties. So I'm not like being able to make a decision, decipher between two things. So if it's two different places you're wanting to go, if you have two different options, don't go to one of them just merely because of a person. Because I feel like it could be bad grounded. It really feels like it's because of a person. Because I have the Knight of Swords also, which is, we've got a person that is armored up and ready to fight. We have this fiery, fast, quick energy that's not, it goes for what it wants, right? But sometimes without thinking it through. We have this young, charged, ready to go energy. Then we have Eight of Pentacles here, who's kind of slow moving and, really okay to, like, this is the hardworking, kind of I would call it, and I wouldn't say kind of, but like, it doesn't mind a more simple kind of life. It's they're very polar, very two polar energies here. I'm hearing. Hold on. Where you need to be is, I wouldn't say almost humid and green. So I don't know about where to raise them, but if it's humid and green, I'm seeing like a real lush greenery around it. The next one is Ten of Pentacles. So it is. This is weird. It's almost like there's a lot of hope being put on this place for whatever reason. What I'm going to say is, if you've had the gut instinct, don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, this is here what I'm saying. Okay, right now I'm seeing a very balanced. Okay, I feel like if everything is balanced, if there's no issues, if you're not really needing a change, don't do this at all. If you're already grounded and comfortable and there's no issues going on, why mess up a good thing? Because I feel like this, if you were to go this other way, when you already kind of have things settled in a good spot, It could end you up in a very upside down emotionally, if that makes sense. Because I was trying to figure out why there was such an opposing thing. But I keep seeing this green. So whichever, if you're grounded right now, if things are calm, don't push, don't poke the bear.
Sorry, they're firing off the fireworks.
Wow. I was gonna say, is that a gun? Because see, I had the star and things like this, and it's like there's a lot of hope in there. So I hope that helps a little bit. But if things are all right, if there's not any really change need to be made, don't don't um, don't upend yourself for something on an emotional whim at all.
She says she's in a bad spot right now.
Okay, if she's in a bad spot, then I would feel like then yes. Okay, so the other one it's the opposing, so that means that she's already in the emotional, right? The watery, the bad burden. So yes, the other one will flip it over and give her more solid ground. So yes, then I'm trying to decide which of the two. So if you're in a bad spot emotionally, then go for the green. Is what I'm hearing.
All right, go for it. Kitten, I think you wanted something.
Yeah.
Let me know. And yes, I said, hey Patty, hey Gabby. Yeah, they just popped up. I need a nickname for them, like the Banger Sisters or something. Wasn't that a movie? Pretty sure there was a movie called that with Susan Sarandon and I can't remember the other person. No one I care about, apparently. What the heck was that movie? God darn it. That's going to bug me. Anyway, Amidala was saying thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that helps. Yeah, because it was like, why am I? It was such, that was interesting because there was a lot of opposing. Yeah, one is bad, one is good. And so, yeah, go for if the one you're in now is bad, run for the good. Run for the hills. Now, that's a song. Oh. What movie are you talking about, though, Mel?
It's a movie with Susan Sarandon. Who is it? Is it Bonnie? What's her name from? Huh? Is it
Bonnie Hunt?
From Beethoven? I want to say, or is it not her? No, it's Goldie Hawn. I think it's Goldie Hawn and Susan Sarandon.
Goldie Hawn and Bonnie Hunt are way different people.
It doesn't. They're both blonde, so all blondes look alike. Ooh, yeah, I went there. But yeah, I think that's the movie. Anyway, I like Goldie Hawn. She's someone I would like to shake. I would like to shake her hand.
She's got a sweet personality.
I like Susan Sarandon as well. She has alien experiences.
Really?
Yeah. So, and she openly talks about it. Even did a movie about it.
What?
Yeah. When Unexplained first popped up and Rose was the first co-host, we talked about it, and she was like, Calvin, go see this movie. And it's like, I don't want to. But, well, I don't know. Blondes know how to get into more trouble, but sure, they can have fun too.
What's your question, Kitty?
Okay, so, Gabby, well, we're jumping the line. So, Gabby said, could you pull some cards for her love life?
And for what? Okay, pull some for her?
For love. Do it for love. Love.
Is it for love? Okay.
Love. Mm-hmm. Now I got that Sarah Bareilles song stuck in my head.
Okay.
Bottle It Up. That's the name of the song. Good song. I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that, Bonnie. I'm not weird. Shut up.
No, not at all. Okay. Let me see here. Is there options? You have a couple of options. Something's hard work. Somebody's hard work. Like I feel like there's 2 or 3 options. Or people that got your eye on or something, but it's or hang on. Hmm. Okay. Carrying a heavy load. Somebody's carrying a heavy load. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's okay. I feel like there's options. There's two people. Like even if you're not aware, I feel like there's two options, and you're having a hard time making a choice. One, like I feel okay. Like so, one has baggage. All right, so judgment. It's about making a choice. You have to make a decision here. One of them, I feel like is it's in reverse, but it is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a person that they've done the work, but they're waiting for the harvest. But this person, like this, so one of the options I feel like is somebody that is waiting to. I think that they feel like they should be reaping the rewards, but maybe they're not quite ready. Like I feel like almost spiritually. There's another one that has baggage.
Thing just shot out like a missile.
I know. I almost want to say go with because there's like here we go with the two decisions. We have the Two of Pentacles, like so we have to kind of weigh things out between these two. Interesting. One has the ability. One of them is a magician. One has the ability to manifest their own happiness, but they're not really doing it. They're kind of taking the time being lazy. The other one. I'm sorry, Match. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, but it was in reverse. So okay, so this is the one that's carrying the baggage. So there's one that's carrying the baggage. It's almost like he's scared to stand up for himself. Okay. I feel like if you pick this one, that's going to be like that's hard work. Oh yeah. Okay, so whoever it is, okay, so you're having a hard time moving away. I feel like if there's two choices, there's one. And I don't even know, like I said, I'm not even aware I'm not even sure you're aware of a second option. But if you're trying to hang on to somebody that's trying to let you go, you just need to let them cut it off. That's this whole moon energy this time right now is, and it's, even though technically it's done, I would let it go. Because it is heartbreak. It's got, the Three of Swords here. This other one that may be coming up if you're not aware of it. I feel like there is somebody that's going to seem like they have a little bit of baggage. Eight of Cups. So it's actually going to kind of. I feel like it'll heal each other.
She's saying that I don't know about the second one.
Okay, just wait for him. Let go of this one that you're hanging on to. It is only going to cause heartbreak, it looks like. Unfortunately. I feel like you're having a hard time cutting ties. If you do need, there's so many people out there that do cord cutting. You can always try that. That does help. Otherwise, yeah, just wait because there is somebody that's coming up. But I feel like they're going to kind of be able to understand you better. It might be because some of the weight that they're carrying, some of the bags they're carrying is something that they're going to be able to understand you better with. So that's what.
Bonnie, can you go back to that magician real quick? Now, normally I'm quiet on this. I don't like, and he was in reverse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think it's so much as being lazy. I don't think that. I don't think the magician is lazy. I think it's more of see me as, instead of someone manifesting and doing real magic, I'm a stage magician. I'm doing
Okay.
illusions
Smoke and
and
mirrors.
pulling
Yeah.
one over you're pulling one over you, like, So I think it's more like that. Not necessarily being lazy, but trying to get one over in some way, where it's like pay
Well, and
attention
that's
to.
why I said lazy more like this, because it was almost like it landed on that. Like, here's this person that just expects things to be, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I planted the seeds. Now, like, they should undo, they should harvest themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they want to do only half the work. But yes, the magician and pulling, yeah, I can see that too. Like pulling smoke, they're able to pull one over on you. But I'm sorry, but it does look like I would say let it go, because there is something on its way that would be a lot more beneficial emotionally and more willing to heal. Like it'll be healing for both.
Okay, and Patty asks for one real quick. So
Yeah, I know. I
this.
just got so they had graduation tonight where we're at, and Toby is messaging. I need a ride. He told me he could get a ride home, but evidently he lied.
Oh gosh. Okay, this will be the last one if that's okay.
Love him, but
I
come
would make him walk personally, but that's just me. You know, there's a reason why I have no kids.
on. Yeah, right?
Actually, it's many reasons. Um, but yeah.
Come on. What is
Uh
going
oh.
on? Come on, dummy. Oh man, you're loud. Christopher, come get your puppy. I'm sorry. Ritz was just at there. I heard the thump, 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 and she's been scratching at the door. Hey, no.
Oh, listen to that noise. Jeez.
He's being super tough. God, he's such a jerk. He's such a boy. All right. What's the question for Miss Petty? I see. Okay. I feel like there's something we're kind of like on being a little hopeful for. I see the star card, which is all about staying balanced. Like when you're, being hopeful, but staying kind of like grounded while doing so.
So I have a feeling I know what she's going to ask for, but let's see. She might surprise me. So just give it a second, and it'll pop up, and then we'll know, and we'll get into it, and that will definitely be the final one. So you two got in like right on the read. The only other person I know who has that ability is freaking Benny, and I think he's sleeping right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now the Sarah Bareilles song isn't in my head for Patty.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sarah Bareilles. Oh, okay. Well, she says surprise me. So, okay. Surprise her, Bonnie.
All right. Okay. All right. I feel like definitely this is more
Uh-oh.
I would say it kind of feels like it could be about love, but not necessarily. This is something you've been trying to manifest, first of all. The star card, we're kind of holding on. Whatever this is, it's something you really kind of just keep holding hope onto. You keep pulling, wish upon a star. I wish I may, I wish I might have this wish, I wish tonight type stuff. Like almost dreaming. This is some weird stuff. Another reverse magician. I put it right back up in the right side, that it come out in reverse again. Wait on. I'm focusing on the infinity, like cycles, like over and 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 over again. Something is a recycling, repeating. Not being very patient. Okay, this is all right. Love. We're wanting to, and I don't know if this
surprised.
Okay, I'm not sure if this is a particular person. We're waiting on this. I feel like it might be a particular person. Like we're just waiting for destiny to come in and like hand this and make this thing work. our cups are upside down though, so they're pouring out. Like, so you're pouring all the emotions, all the energy, and all the love, and it's pushing out being patient. You keep over and over and over and over. You're trying to make it happen, make it work. You just need to relax and let things happen and let destiny hand it to you. And that will turn this around and you will be blessed. You just do not, you need to not, I feel like almost your mind can turn it, if you're thinking happy, it'll turn it into a happy thing. So let's say you're dating somebody and it's going great. And then you start, here it is. This is this energy. I've noticed it lately. This energy of projecting. You're going to project. Oh, well, then he's going to stop loving. Shh, calm everything. Like feel like you need to literally go and do some heavy duty meditation, cord cutting from past bad relationships, healing. Do some heart chakra meditation. Rose quartz, lavender, things like that for healing, and definitely look into some cord cutting. So I feel like there is something in the past that's blocking you from moving on forward, or someone, should I say, from the past. That makes sense. So I hope that helps.
All
but
right.
no, I mean, you can have whatever you want. You just have to kind of try not to force things along the way. This one's one of those things that you let destiny take control, not you.
So yeah, to put it simple, just wait. Stop it. Slow your roll. You know. Oh, I almost said something aloud I should not say, but I
Uh-oh.
told that to the other person. But anyway, it doesn't matter. This is where we're going to end it, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging with us. We hope you all enjoyed. Next month, expect the more traditional unexplained possibilities. I have something lined up, and it should be pretty fun.
Yeah. Fun stuff
And
coming?
what?
You have some fun stuff coming?
I have some couple of things. Also in the
Awesome.
next month, look for the next Too Crazy to Believe, Bonnie's monthly tarot. What else are we doing? Oh yes, and I have to say, so I'm a movie person. I love movies. I've seen way too many of them. Angie, however, and Neima, not not quite. They are now going to be doing a couple of movie reviews. The first movie that they're going to review is Big Trouble in Little China. They both never seen it, and I'm curious on what they're going to say. So stay tuned for that in the first few weeks of June. So thank you guys again for coming out,
Hey,
and
thanks, guys.
don't forget to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. Be sure to follow Bonnie. Her links should be in the description. Give her a thumbs up. And with that said, remember, guys, there are things that go bump in the night. Go ahead and tell them hi.